Hello everyone! Welcome back to more Pokemon X, where we are celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. But also, we are we're also celebrating 10 years of the 3DS being out. And apparently, we've had this Pokemon and Me thing unlocked this whole time. I completely didn't realize. So I feel dumb now. Because I could have done this and gotten like the boosted experience like forever ago. Also, this is the easiest one to do. At least in my opinion it is. We just gotta get all of our Pokemon up to... I never know how to do that one. I don't think I ever get the big yarn at the end. Got some Pokepuffs. Now access the next rank. So I have to do all the difficulties in order to unlock Unlimited rank. And that's the one that you can just play forever. And just annihilate on. See, I can't progress over until I do normal. Have to easy, normal, hard, and then unlimited. Oh, hi, kitty. Okay. I definitely hit that game, but okay. Alright. They start introducing the slower ones. I'll admit I did not hit that one. Nope. I don't know how I missed that one. Also, where's the yarn coming from? I really have no idea how to get the big yarn. Header semi-pro. Pokepuffs received. Now access the next rank. One more and we can access the unlimited rank. Hard mode time. The only difference here is that now you don't have the little star indicator. Which, I mean, it doesn't change it that much. I was doing good too. It's the slow ones that really get me, though. Nope. It's not a tap thing either. So I don't know what it is. Header Pro. If you're just interested in like the Pokepuffs, that's kind of the best one to do though. Honestly. Because hard mode will get you the high tier Pokepuffs as well. So, if it's just the Pokepuffs you're after, that's really all you need. And after you play the game, then your Pokemon are hunger. Your Pokemon are hangry. Then you gotta pet the Pokemans. I'm attempting to get that 2 heart rank. But it's not exactly easy to do. Also, the camera has no idea if it can detect my face or not. But that's fine. I don't really need the 3DS camera to detect my face. If you can figure out the ones that they really like, it'll give them the most happiness. It's not detecting my face on that one. I guess it detected my face on the other ones, but did not detect my face on that last one. Found a Punk wallpaper and a Sheik wallpaper. Cool. Affection is still level 1, which is what I kind of figured. So... but the enjoyment is all the way up. Which I think that just means that they're full. Yeah, their fullness is all the way up. The enjoyment is down, which is kind of interesting. What do I need to do to boost you further? Like usually the petting, that's what decreases their enjoyment. And you just go until the, that pops up. But that's not how it seems to be reacting right now. I don't know. Unlimited. Try the unlimited version. 3 balls of yarn and it's game over. Easy mode. Easy mode. Like, seriously. That was close. I almost missed that one. $100 combo. Oh my god. Oh. I guess that's it. That's our combo. Yep. I was so into it too. That was the problem, was I got so into it and I slipped out of it for just a second. 128 combo. 912 score. Ultimate Hitter Master. Oh, we got the specials. We got the big ones. We got the like super special Pokepuffs. I just keep feeding it Pokepuffs. Yeah, there we go. There's the 2 heart. 5 hearts in affection is good, but 2 hearts is great. Alright. Yay, 2 hearts of affection. Just like that. Let's get Shell Shocker next. I think now that I have the better Pokepuffs, I think it'll also help. Because like these Pokepuffs give them like 3 hearts, no matter what. Now, if they really like it, you'll get the 4 hearts. Like that. Although these might be the ones that always give 4 hearts. I think these are the ones that just always give 4 hearts. Gotta pet the Squirtle. Oh, is that gonna be it? Is that all the petting I can give Squirtle? I think so. Oh, apparently Squirtle does not like it on the top of his head. Let's just do a hard mode, since that one's limited. And unless we get a really high score, we're not going to get like the big Pokepuffs anyway. Really? I'm having the... Now that I did the like big score, now I'm having trouble. I really don't know how to do the big yarn. I don't play on this difficulty like ever though. Let's do one more. That should help there. Unfortunately, this is all mostly bottom screen stuff. I don't really have any way of correcting that. Ah! Frickety frick frack. That one was fast. The trick to doing this is to look at the entire screen all at once. Yeah. Yep, and this is on 3DS itself. This is actually on a 3DS. Get me to... You can move the screens, yeah? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like on the stream? I mean, yeah, I could, but then I would have to still switch them back, if that's what you mean. Like, I could go in and do this, or like, shrink this, and then, I don't know what I just moved. Like, I have to move myself. And, like, I can make this bigger. But the problem is that now, when I switch back to the bottom screen... Well, I was just saying that because it's like... Because the bottom screen was all, like, down in that corner there. And it was more just that, like, while I was doing, like, the mini games and stuff, I couldn't, like, adjust the streams. I could make a second source, but then I would have to actually, like, do that. And that would be a pain to do on stream. I mean, you're absolutely right. I very much could go in and, you know, make a second source. And switch between the two. Which I might ensure is done before the next stream. Just in case I need it. But it's just, it was just like, you know, I'm not really prepared for like a bottom screen thing. No, it's perfectly fine. It was just like, it's just that that's what I was like talking about. Was that it was like I really wasn't prepared for like the bottom screen gameplay, and I forgot that this takes a while. Like we've already been going. No, I wasn't taking it as you complaining. It was definitely not. It was definitely a good idea. And, you know, now that I'm not in minigame and stuff, I was able to adjust it. I just have to remember to adjust it again after is all. Which I will probably end up forgetting. And that's the other thing. Is that I just don't want to forget to readjust. Oh my god. I'm not looking at the entire screen at once, that's my problem. There we go. Takes me a moment to get my eyes to focus on the entire screen all at once. My eyes always want to try to track. I don't know how to do... Yeah, I could. It's just remembering to do it. It takes my eyes a moment to, like, focus and, like, dedicate to looking at the whole screen here. My eyes want to follow the yarn, and that's what trips me up. God dang it, go freaking... Oh my god. Oh my god. That, I don't know why I missed like 5 there. At least we're not doing the unlimited. Frickin' frick-frack. What's nice about the 2 screens, that both of them are more than visible, so if you do forget, it's not the end of the world. True. It's not like I'm setting up a scene where only one is visible, so even if I do forget, the main gameplay is just smaller on the top there. Oh, okay. Let's see. Chat box is about that big. Bring this up just a tiny bit more. Yeah, that's what I want. And bring this out again. And I can move myself back up here. Alright. So over the 3 main Pokemon that we're keeping right now, all are now at Affection 2. So that's important. There obviously is the ability to get everybody up. But I'm not too worried about that right now. I'll probably do... the streams are going alright. I mean, I don't get many viewers, but I get them. Finally on a decent time. Yeah, I've been doing the 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock streams lately. So... that took half an hour. I don't want to bore people with doing, like, all of the Pokemon. like getting everybody up to affection level 2, especially when I'm probably going to get rid of a lot of them. So I don't need this. Sorry, I'm just double checking and like fixing up some stuff. Oh, whoops. I have the chat box behind me. Apparently. Whoopsies. What if I move the chat over here? Give me a second. I just want to kind of mess around a bit with the appearance of everything here. That's a bit better. Can't put that in the center there. There, let's see how that looks when somebody sends a message. I got a present from one of the other people. Sweet Pokepuff. Cool. Alright. Furfowl. Yay! It's happy. Vine Whip. Test. Like that? Yeah. That looks about right. Now there's also room for when people send larger messages too. Let's bring out actually, yeah, let's bring out Andrew. That looks good. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Might have to make it a little bigger, but that's something I have to set up on Streamlabs itself. That's not something I can change here. And unfortunately, if I change that, that's going to change it on all of the scenes, not just for this one. So I'll have to think about that. So yeah, I like the chat being down there with me kind of up here on the top right there. But I kind of want to center that with that a bit better. Jules wants to learn Razor Leaf. You don't know what that is. The Streamlabs is the website. The Streamlabs is the website that displays the chat and stuff for me. My goodness, Pokemon hordes are certainly intense. Yeah, it's just like a dance team made up of Pokemon, aren't they? Oh, Tiana, do you ever think about anything besides dancing? Nope. Even during Pokemon battles, I'm always checking out their moves. Then my feet just start moving too. I can't help it, you know? Like with Swords Dance, I love it. Guess that's why I can never win. Hey, it's Rain-chan. Do your Pokemon know any sweet moves? Show me in a battle. Pokemon Trainer Tierno. So just use the OBS. Well, I use OBS. It's just Streamlabs is the website. Like it has additional things that you can use, like browser-based things that you can add. to make your stream look cooler and stuff. Ow. There is a Streamlabs like program as well. I just don't use it because the Streamlabs program doesn't offer the pause button. So whenever I need to pause the VOD, the recording, that's some nice footwork. I have to use regular OBS for that. Good to see you, Serene. Excuse me, I mean Serene Chan. It really does seem as though Tiano can only think about dancing and moves. When the horde of Pokemon popped out, he just stood there watching them. Well, yeah, Trevs. Coming up with the world's best Pokemon dance is my dream, after all. I was born to dance. I won't ever stop. Now with moves like this, it's indeed a perfect dream for you, Tierno. Guess I should just show just as much dedication to my dream of completing the Pokedex then. It's good to be serious about some things. Oh, Serene-chan, do take this honey, won't you? Serene obtained honey. You see, using honey will encourage Pokemon hordes to appear. Though if you're going to challenge a whole horde, you may want to use moves that can hit multiple targets. Now watch as we get tons of freaking Skeetos or something. Now that I'm not looking for them. I forget. Is it poison is weak to grass, or is it the other way around? Grass is weak to poison. Got it. I never remember. That does make sense, though. Plants are weak to poison. I just gotta remember plants, you know? Plants die when you poison them. It makes sense. Yeah, grass is weak to poison because poison is resistant to grass. So as soon as I saw the resistant to grass, I was like, yep, it's grass is weak to poison. Like I immediately knew at that moment. I haven't been able to sleep well for days. I don't know if I'm up for a battle. See, Hamish, I know what you mean. The only difference is that, unlike you, who hasn't been able to sleep for days, that's been me my whole life. So, rip. Kinesis. My accuracy fell. Kinesis. I knocked down that accuracy. Let me tell you, he's doing a good job of it too. I don't know if I'm up for battle. Makes a face like, right? No particular weaknesses or resistances this way. I like that in Sun and Moon, they added, like, you can see what's weak and what's resistant if you fought them before. That was a nice addition. Leech Seed. Leech Seed's not bad. At some point, I'm gonna get around to actually, like, adjusting the, the avatar so that my voice lines up with my avatar. So always just a slight bit of gap in between. Rapid spin is decent, but it's not as good as tackle by any way, shape, or form. Mystic grew to level 20. I knew it. I really gotta get some sleep. So do I. That has not happened though, unfortunately. Noticeable second of delay or so. Yeah, unfortunately. It is fixable, but I would have to go in and spend the time to actually like work on it and try to fix it. Can I go back up this? No. That makes sense. You can grind on a flat rail, but you can't grind up on a down rail.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I don't know what it thought it heard, but whatever. Vine Whip. Ow. That wasn't a double slap. That was a triple slap. I do like the, what you call it? I have no idea. The experience share. I like the experience share. I really like the experience share. And you grew to level 20. Well, look at Sunny down there, just rolling around. I assume that's only... Oh. Cute. She walks around down there, too. When she hits a wall... When you walk, she goes back and forth, but when you're skating, she goes up, she just goes in one direction. It's interesting. Oops, see you again. There are certain tricks you can do with the skates. Not that they're too noticeable or particularly great, but there's no like spin around and then do a pose thing like there is in Sun and Moon and stuff, unfortunately. I think that started in Sun and Moon. I seem to recall doing that in Sun and Moon where you did this... Or when I was doing my Moon playthrough, I would do the spin around to end the stream. Or not stream, but the videos. Dead Scene Serene. Right? See, I like it because it makes it much easier. You don't have to sit here and fight to level up all your Pokemon. Like, I'm able to just level up my whole party. Which is the way RPGs usually do it. It's just that Pokemon didn't used to do that. So maybe that's one reason I like it, because, like, in other RPGs, you level up, like, your whole party all at once. But then it was like, oh, Pokemon, you only get to level up whatever Pokemon's out. And so, leveling up 6 Pokemon is pain. I don't think I can take it out. Oh, it teleported. Yeah, well, it takes out a lot of time you used to grind, is like the good part, in my opinion. Because you don't have to grind as much. I always hated having to, like, grind for, you know, hours on end to do anything in the game. Found an Oranberry. Berries growing in the tree, but they seem impossible to reach. Ah, you need like headbutt or something, I bet. It's huge jump and ease of access, or whatever the phrase is. Yeah. That I will agree with, that it was a huge jump. But there really isn't like an in-between that could have been done. I'm working on some synchronized tricks with my Pokemon, but we can't get our timing right. Let me practice against you. Like, there really wasn't a way to do, like, an in-between. You know? But nowadays, like, I know people are gonna, I know some people are like, yeah, it's much easier and faster to level the whole team. I know some people are like, but my EV training, and it's like, if you really want the EV training, you turn it off. You know? Like, you can still EV train, you just turn it off. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I know some people get upset when people say this, but like, Pokemon is a game that's meant for like a younger crowd. I get that there's a lot of like people, you know, like me, who have been playing Pokemon since like the days that it came out, you know, 25 years now. But like, we're not, yeah, they do think of us, but we're not their target goal. Their target is, you know, kids and stuff between the ages of like 9 and 13-ish. And a lot of people get upset at that. It's like, well, but I still play the game. Yes, you do. But us playing the game, us who have been playing for 20-some years, is equivalent to, like, the 9-year-olds that play Call of Duty. It's like, that's not their target audience. Yes, they play it, but that's not their target audience, and they're not making the game for those people. And so really, like, yes, I understand that this is the experience you want, being that you've played Pokemon for 20 years. But that's not the experience that Game Freak is going for, because the majority of people who play Pokemon are under the age of like 15. So, most of the Pokemon battle are simple, you see. Rule 1, battle. Rule 2, win. And the other thing is, like, the nice thing about the experience share is that, yes, you can turn it off, you know? And so, in my opinion, I'm all for the experience share because if you want the no experience share experience, you can still have that, you know? Like, there's literally nothing preventing you from just turning it off. And I know that some people will argue, but I shouldn't have to, and it's like, okay, but, like, that's not an argument. It's like, but when you say, okay, but, I shouldn't have to, like, you've just ignored the entire argument, you know? It's like the people who complained about the silver Tanuki leaf in Mario 3D World. It's like, okay, but I shouldn't have to have it pop up. I'm like, it's not popping up for you. Like, if you don't want to use it, don't use it. It's there for the people who need it. You know? Whatever, like, I just think it's such a selfish argument to say, but I don't want. It's like, okay, but it's not you that they're looking at. I'm sorry, but you are not the one person playing the game. So, follow the rules perfectly. So tired of the newer gens of the game because it just seems so stretched out. I mean, I felt the pacing was pretty good. I thought that Sword and Shield were some of the better ones, so. Oh, it's a horde of Gulpin. Do I have anything that is multi-hit? I don't think I do. I have Bubble. I could try that. Ah. See, with Sword and Shield, there was always something going on in the game. I didn't really feel like it was, like... I never felt like the game wasn't progressing. So... But that was also just me personally. Well, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were also remakes of Gen 3. Got a critical hit on the Wild Gulpin. That kinda sucks. You get a big boost if you can take out all 5 at once. But I ended up getting crits on 2 of them, so I didn't. I think that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire definitely fixed the issues that Gen 3 had. So I mean, I think they were pretty decent too. I've never gotten all the way through them, I'll admit. But I felt they were pretty decent because they definitely fixed all the issues that they had in the originals. Oh, that's how you get over that. You just hold the button. I found TM1 Hone Claws. Alright, let's go to the PSS. I guess I could just jump down here. Fight this guy. Go back, fight this guy. While I'm with my Pokemon, I get to meet all sorts of people from around the world and trade and battle with them. But yeah, I feel like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were pretty good, actually, for being remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. So, I have never been a big Gen 3 fan myself, though, so I can't really say, like, oh, they were great games, you know. Like, I still felt like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire lacked in a lot of things. But I will say that they vastly improved over the original Generation 3 games. So, which is why I'm worried about the new Gen 4 games coming out. Because Gen 4 was good, but I've been looking forward to Gen 4 remakes. And they're like, oh, these are faithful recreations. I'm like, oh dear. They're gonna use the modern system, but they're not gonna do much in the way of changes to update the game, are they? And that's gonna make me sad. It did get me back into Pokemon, made me play most of the newer games, just not the Switch ones. Yeah. So thanks to my BDFs that I got to meet you. That's got to be good for something. I mean, again, I've played every generation, usually when they came out, or at least as early as I can to them coming out. It was almost a year before I got to play Sword and Shield, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Well, it's season travel. I bet you're good at battling too. But it's like it's not, like, I'm not upset about, you know, what they're doing, with Diamond and Pearl. I was really looking forward to, you know, Sword and Shield style remakes, and seeing that they're basically just doing the same games over again, for Diamond and Pearl does make me sad. You know, just graphical updates, basically. I mean, we don't know anything about them so far, but it seems like they're getting the Ocarina of Time 3D treatment, which I'm not happy about. So, just as good as I thought. But, I mean, if they end up being, you know, as good as Diamond and Pearl were, then I'll still be happy. So, oh no, I always wear shorts when I walk through tall grass. Youngster Kita. So, see, I've never gotten all the way through Platinum. I've only ever gotten through Diamond and Pearl. Honestly, I hate to say it, but like, I'm more interested in the Pokemon Legends than I am in the Pokemon remakes. So, and that's not a good thing when you're more interested in the spin-off than the mainstream game. Because they're comfy and easy to wear, of course. Of course. Of course that meme had to get in there. Yeah, the Pokemon, the Arceus game, Pokemon Legends Arceus or whatever it was. that was announced like at the same time. Wherefore I was seated. Let's get some of that HP. Barely anything. Why am I not surprised? A whole 4 HP. Okay. Summary. Higher attack. But right now my attack is lower, so we'll do Razor Leaf special. Drawing a blank. Okay. I can probably find... yeah, if you haven't kept up to date, you might not be aware of it. So, in the same, like, Nintendo Direct that they introduced the Diamond and Pearl remakes, they showed off a new game called Pokemon Legends Arceus. And it takes place some, like, few centuries or something like that before Diamond and Pearl. And it basically features the same protagonists. They're just ancestors, but they look exactly the same. So. But they're supposed to be ancestors. What? I recommend looking it up because there's a trailer out for it. So what? Oko Grid level 21. Yay! I didn't even hear about the Diamond and Pearl remake. Hello, clip received. What time is it? Oh, we still got time. Thank you for using the Holocaster. Lysander Labs developed the Holocaster to make the lives of Pokemon trainers richer, fuller, and more convenient. We hope you'll continue to enjoy the fine services this device provides. Alright, there's technically gyroscopic controls in that section. About the Ocarina of Time remake and All-Stars. The Mario All-Stars? Is that what you mean? It's just beating a dead horse, but it's even worse. I mean, yeah, if you're talking about Mario All-Stars, that was a Super Nintendo game that they just re-released on, what was it, Wii U? Or was it Wii? I don't even remember at this point. Yeah, Mario All-Stars was just a Super Nintendo game. So, they just re-released it for the 25th anniversary is all. So that was something that they did a long time ago. So, the Ocarina of Time remake, though, that I can agree with. The Ocarina of Time remake was terrible. What? My cat is sitting here, staring at me. Oh, you mean the 3D Mario 3D All-Stars? Okay, one with Sunshine, Galaxy, and 64. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the original Mario All-Stars, not the Mario 3D All-Stars. Very similar names, as you can tell. Found a star piece. But yeah, the 3D All-Stars was... I mean, I didn't have a problem with them re-releasing the games. I really did want to collect them. I just had an issue with them making it limited time. I'm sure though that what they're going to do is they're probably going to re-release all of them, like individually now. So we just gotta watch for that. And they'll be like, oh hey, you remember that? That All-Star 3D All-Stars game that we said that we were, putting up limited time? Yeah, we split it into 3 games. We're probably gonna charge you $60 for all of them. And people are gonna have even more of a fit. Yeah, it was just an emulator. It's my first vacation in such a long time. That was the biggest issue with that, was that it was just on an emulator. It wasn't even a good emulator, because fans have made emulators that run those games, better than the 3D All-Stars emulator. So, hey, how's it going, friend? I'm Mr. Bonding, the expert on O-Powers. Let me just ask a case. Do you need to hear an explanation about O-Powers? Hey, that's my friend. Let's get started, shall we? It's bonding time. Stephen O-Power from Mr. Bonding. Use special attack power level 1. Use O-Powers from the PSS, and the more you use them, the higher they go up. So use them as often as possible. Do you believe I should take my leave right about now? Hope to see you around. Yeah, I don't remember what the I know there is the O-Power thing, but I don't actually know what the limits are on it and stuff. Immediately restore the HP of the lead Pokemon a little. Attack power. I don't remember how long those last. Yeah, no, I completely agree. The whole idea with the All-Stars thing was very poorly done and very cheaply made. I mean, maybe they had a bigger idea and the, coronavirus, halted it, but I don't know. Maybe they had plans to do more, but then it was oh, well, now we can't. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I don't know. It probably was not meant to be anything but that. Take this, thief! Serene obtained, TM46 Thief. With the Thief move, you can take the target's held item while dealing damage to it. Won't work if the user is already holding an item, though. Got PCs in every Pokemon Center, right? Put one up and you can edit your trainer PR videos. No, seriously. Yo, how's it going there? I'm Cassius. Check this out. You know what I'm doing here? Keeping the PC box running. No, seriously. Bill over in Kanto asked me to come here and run things. For real. Enough with the introductions. Get out there, catch some Pokemon, and put them in the PC. Yo, you got something you want to ask me? I ain't got all day, Yeah. No, I like I said, I definitely agree that they were not put together in a very good manner. You there, you seriously going to come all the way to Camphor Town and leave without even visiting Shabonia Castle? Missing out on half the joy in life. Or, well, maybe not half, a quarter? That's probably overblowing it too. 1%! You're missing at least 1%. Okay, I do have to go into Shabonia Castle. I thought I did, but I couldn't remember. I'm I know I have to go in here, but I feel like there was something I had to come in, I had to come back for it. Hi, Serene-chan. An acquaintance of yours, 2 visitors to Shabonia Castle. I don't remember the last time we've been so busy. The castle, chateau if you will, was a manor house of a noble family. Maybe a little rundown, but it's because there's history to this place. During that history, the owners of this castle gave away a lot of their stuff to everyone. So that's why it's so empty. The end. That's it. Did you have anything related to Mega Evolution? That's it. What in the world is Mega Evolution? Sir, it's back again. Is it that time of year already? Oh, there's nothing I can do about that now. I need to go to Route 7, but please take your time and have a look around. I wonder what that's about. Why don't we go to Route 7 too? We will, Shauna, we will. Found an escape rope. The one thing that's left in Shibuya Castle. What? This cat. I tell ya. Why don't we look around first? Right? Okay. I thought that was all there was. It's Parfume Palace or whatever that I have to deal with. Route 7, Riviera Walk. I like that all the routes have names. Oh yeah, the berry plant. Hey miss, this way, this way. You. No, this is an unexpected request, but I need you to take care of my berry field. Berries are great. One berry can produce more berries. Show you that you'll love field work. No. Come on, please take care of the field for me. No. Oh great. Oh, your name is Serene. Thank you, Serene. Hey, that's great, Grandpa. Let's teach you to take care of the field right away. Follow me, please. Plant a berry in the soft soil. Check the soil you want to plant a berry and choose a berry from your bag. Oh, I know. I should give you some berries to plant. Obtained orange berries. Well, I might as well give you these berries too. Fetcha berries. Cat's been so clingy lately, it's adorable. That is adorable, actually. If you find a berry in front of a huge tree, come here and plant it. Once you plant a berry, the next step is watering. Here, this is for you. Obtained the Sprinkleotad. Take the soil where you planted a berry. If it's dry, water it. Take good care of it and you'll get more berries. Also, Serene, please take good care of the field. Totally, my back has been killing me lately. I just can't garden like I used to. I know that feeling. Live in the house at the corner of the field. He's like, my back's been killing me. I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, that is my biggest issue. It's not happy unless she's sleeping on your lap. This cat used to do that, but I don't know, she's just decided that she doesn't cuddle or anything anymore. So, Serene-chan, what is it? Snorlax. Here we go again. It's sleeping so soundly the end of the world wouldn't wake it. Look, it's practically a mountain, right? It's blocking the road completely. Come now, sir, use the Perky Flute. Oh, wait, do you even have it anymore? Oh, I handed it over. Or you could say it was taken by the owner of the palace. What? Huh? What's a Perky Flute? Basically, the Perky Flute is what we need to wake up Snorlax. But the Perky Flute is currently at Parfume Palace. Oh, that's it? All I need to do is get it then. Come on, Serene-chan, let's go. Parfume Palace is just past Route 6. Maybe at a place like that we might learn something about Mega Evolution. So Route 6 is where I actually need to go to catch Honedge. But in order to catch Honedge, I actually have to get to the opposite end of the route and then come back. It's really annoying. This Peleus Lane actually has two very different faces. One is this easy stroll here, and the other is, well, I guess you'll find out about that on your way back from the palace. It's kind of annoying. It's like I just want to go out there and catch Honedge. So I was just some unassuming tourist. Happened to be a seasoned battler, too. Challenged by tourist Hariko. Pikachu! But yes, I'm definitely catching a Honedge here. Once we are able to get to that point. The cat is just, she's begging me for petting. Mystic Grew to level 21. Let's send in Pidgey. Let's keep out Sunny for now. I think Sunny will be fine. It's not very effective. Okay. And attack. My nails aren't as long as they used to be. Yeah. Beg for attention, and then you give them too much, and they get all pissy because they got what they wanted. That is true. Wants to learn Worry Seed? The heck is Worry Seed? Seed that causes worry. It prevents sleep by making the target's ability insomnia. And that seems pretty much useless. I guess if you're fighting an enemy that uses rest, but otherwise that's pretty much useless. Psyduck's Cloud 9. Oh yeah, I love cats. I love all of my cats. I have 4 cats. Not by choice, we ended up with 4 cats. Kind of on accident. I think I've told that story, but I don't know if that's a story that people that have seen, like, I don't know what stream I did that on. What? So I don't know if that story has been heard before. Why do I travel? Why do I battle? Allow me to demonstrate. Challenged by tourist Erico. Haven't heard it yet. So back when I used to live in Michigan, because I don't live in that state anymore, we had 2 cats. And my soon-to-be brother-in-law at the time, him and my sister were getting married that year, which they did. He was out and found this kitten that was just walking around all on its own. We had stray cats, but nothing like that young. And he picked the cat up and was like, oh hi, you know, and brought it in. And we're like, you know, it was like 6 weeks old. 6 to 8 weeks old. We're like, yeah, you know, it needs an owner, because it's not gonna survive out in the wild. So yeah, we brought it in, And he was like, he brought the kitten in, he named it, it was cute and everything. Well, the next day, my brother goes outside, and he sees 4 more kittens. And we realize these are all from, like, the same litter. All 5 of these kittens. And so he comes in and he's like, well, I found the other cats from that litter, so I'm going to bring them in. And we're like, okay. So we went out, we picked up all the cats, brought them in the house. So now we had 7. And we're like, well, it's not that big of a deal, you know. We'll just, you know, give them away to friends and stuff. And so we posted like, hey, we got 5 kittens. Anybody want these kittens? Nobody took any of these kittens. And so we had 7 cats for, well, until my sister actually got married. When that happened, they took 2 of the cats. So then we had 5. And my other sister lived, you know, across the street from us. And when it became clear that we were not going to get rid of these cats, she was like, well, you know, I'm living in that house alone now with my 1 cat. I'll take another cat, you know. I'll take the female, because she already had a boy. She's like, I'll take the 1 female cat. And so then we were down to 4 cats. And so we stayed at 4 cats for a little while. We lost one of the cats. We don't know what happened. Cat got out somehow. We never found them. So then we were just down to 3 cats. Unfortunately, this happened like a week before we moved, too. We think that he got out sometime while we were moving boxes or something, but we were never able to find him. So we ended up with 3 cats, which was fine. You know, we're like, yeah, 3 cats is enough. So we brought the 3 cats down with us to where we are now in North Carolina. And that was fine. We had 3 cats. And my sister, you know, the sister that had, you know, that took one of the kittens, she decided that her boy was getting too old. He was 17. She's like, he's gonna pass any time now. So she bought another cat. You know. So she had 3 now, but you know, she was living somewhere else. Well, her old boy passed away at like 19. He was an old cat, which was great, because, you know, he lived for a very long time. But he was like 19 when he passed away. And so we had 3 cats. She had 2 cats now. Well, my mom's cat ended up passing away from a heart attack. And my mom was completely, like, distraught. She's like, I need another girl cat. So she bought another girl cat. And then, after that, yeah, 19 is pretty rare. After she bought that cat, my sister ended up moving in with us. And so now we had 5 cats in the house. About a year ago, one of the cats that we had, unfortunately, passed away from cancer. So now we're down to just 4. But we keep going. Yeah, if my other sister, the one that took the other 2 cats, if she ever, you know, moves down here, we'll end up with 6 cats in the house for a while until she gets her own place. We don't know if that's going to happen at all. We've been talking about that for years. It's kind of become a joke at this point, more than a reality. But it's just like, yeah, if she ever comes down, we'll have 6 cats in the house for a while. Whee! Oh, hi. I can see it on your face. I can feel it in the air around you. You're a trainer who loves her Pokemon. Teehee, come join us for Pokemon battle. Confident that you'll love your Pokemon even more after we're done. So, we ended up... So that's how we currently have 4 cats. And my parents have already said that if any of the 2 cats that we have that are both 16 years of age right now, those kittens, by the way, that I mentioned at the beginning of the story there, those kittens are 16 now. Like they are literally, they are 16 now. They are the oldest cats we have at this point. But they've already said when either of those cats pass away, they're gonna all, go out and get new cats. So we're gonna be staying at 4 for a while at least. So yeah, our oldest cats right now are both 16. So that Razor Leaf did not do much. Alright, Sunny, switch out for Andrew. And Foco, you can keep fighting, do Flame Charge. But oh yeah, we've always taken really good care of our cats. We've met most of our cats, unless they have passed away from, a major illness. They've managed to live till 18 or higher. So let's keep up with Ember. Dan and Aaron used a super potion. Of course they did. Bam. Oh yeah, that deals way more damage. Well, that was also crit. Force Bomb. Did not one-shot. Frick. Alright. Well, I gotta use Super Potion myself. Poor Andrew here. Andrew's taking a lot of damage. I did that backwards. I wanted Andrew to do the attack. And then use the potion. I'm glad that I was able to take that potion use back then. I thought I was on Foco when I did the potion. But yeah, we've had our fair share of cats. We always had 2 cats up until we had the kittens. So. But now we're at 4, and it looks like we're staying at 4. Signing Greer to level 17, that's good. Andrew can do a Force Palm. Foco can do an Ember. Bam! 2 to 3 different cats in your life? In terms of amounts of cats that we've had in my life, I think there were 3 more cats that we've had. I'm head over heels for your fantastic Pokemon. I can't remember if it's 3 or if it was just 2. Give me that Honedge. She's the biggest sweetheart. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's Honedge. Use that quick ball. My dad always says, cats are a pain. I say, cats are great. It's not that he hates the cats or anything. He has no problems with them. If he did, he wouldn't have even gotten together with my mom, because that was like one of the big things for my mom, was like, I have all these cats, so you're just going to have to deal with that. Apparently this Pokemon is born when a departed spirit inhabits a sword, attaches itself to people, and drinks their life force. I'm sure everybody names Honedge Excalibur, or something to that variety, but that's fine. I don't care. I shall name it Excalibur. Because I always do. I have to actually go get Excalibur. I guess I could do that after Parfum Palace, but I want to go get it now anyway. And another example of Pokemon being horrific. Lovecraftian beings that children play with. Yes, absolutely. Pokemon are horrific Lovecraftian things. They absolutely are. And I love it. Yeah, cats aren't for everyone, I agree. Also, hello. So much calmer than most other animals. Yeah, they are. Even as kittens, cats tend to be a lot more calmer than, like, puppies. Cats just tend to be a bit more obnoxious than puppies. Whoops, I did not pick up the Pokemon that I came down here to pick up. I was like, I'm going to the Pokemon Center, so I stopped and healed. Deposit. Organize. Oh, party. There it is. I guess I get rid of Mystic now at this point. I want to keep Jules, and I kind of want to keep Andrew for now. So. That said, it is getting close to 6. I think we might only be able to finish up Parfum Palace before we have to stop. The most outgoing and loving and extroverted cat I've ever seen. Well, that's nice. Whee! Complete stranger shows up and she's there hopping in their lap and rubbing against their legs. Yeah, that's cats for you. I wonder how much money it takes to build a palace like that. A lot. Love to live in that kind of palace. My roommate's cat tolerates me only as far as I wiggle sticks and fingers underneath the door. Oof. Entrance fee will be 1,000 per person. You gotta be kidding, it costs money to go inside? See, the owner of the palace follows the school of thought that you can never have too much money. Yeesh, this is how the rich get richer. Here's your entrance fee, 1,000. The proceeds from the entrance fee help pay for repairing and restoring the palace. Probably. Parfum Palace.
We have it. The airship. Among Us finally has the airship map.
Where is it? Where could it be? My Furfrou. Such a stupid idea for a palace gate. I don't care if it's brass, bronze, or copper. I'll tarnish in a week without regular cleaning. Yeah. Love's little Furfrou has disappeared. It disappeared? Hey, Serene-chan, you should help look. I mean, if my Pokemon was missing, I'd be sick with worry. According to the manga, your Furfrou is missing. You don't own one in the game at all, but yes. My beloved little Furfrou has disappeared. Past the store is the pride and joy of the palace, the too vast courtyard. You can see the whole garden from the balcony on the second floor. I know right where it is, I just don't want to go there yet. I'm trying to sleep in the king's bed. It's illegal, haha. Hey, are you trying to use mean look on me? It's a wonderful bed. It lulls you into a sound sleep. Serene hopped into bed and fell asleep. That's funny. Aren't I not supposed to do that? Serene and her Pokemon regained energy. The owner of this palace only inherited it, you know. Not as though he earned it. Just because the parents were great, it surely does not mean their children will also be great. In fact, the opposite is often true. And usually when their parents aren't great, it also means that they won't be great. Palace was built after Kalos won a war with neighboring regions. I bet a lot of people in Pokemon lost their lives. Just up and slept in some old dude's bed, alright? The person who made this palace must have been very admirable. The entire building is such an elegant, classy atmosphere. A lot of social commentary being dropped in this game. So that actually is kind of the point of this game, when they made it. There's a king from long ago whose garden was his pride and joy. He'd gather his castle folk and hold garden parties. This whole game's like premise is like, what is beauty and is it really necessary? You know? There's a lot of social commentary around that. He had a pretty amazing king to build a palace like this. Not necessarily. He just needs to be rich. And usually if he's the king, he's rich. A traveling minstrel wandering the world. Please listen to my song and hear my words. The Kalos region, now upheld as fair, from ancient days an ugly past doth bear. The woes of war did knock on every door, till man nor Pokemon could take no more. 3,000 years ago, upon the shore. Would you like to give a tip? How much would you like to tip? Tipped 1,000. Pleases me to know that you were pleased by my song, miss. This dialogue was a little out there. Yeah, it's interesting. What's special about this place isn't just the beauty of the architecture itself, but how the paintings and sculptures work in harmony with the surroundings. A trait that got completely lost in the anime, but not in the manga though. The room used to serve as a waiting room for Pokemon before they were brought out for a battle. The manga, sat down and captured, the whole story of what they were going for. And then some. The room was once completely adorned with all manner of gold and silver works, jewels and metals. Whoa. I feel like I'm in a dream. Wonder what the king of the Kalos region thought about Pokemon. I think it would be so much better if we had a lively dinner with everyone, instead of a full-course meal alone. For the owner of this place, every meal is a feast. If you've never known anything else, a meal like that seems completely normal. I mean, they're not wrong. What room should we look at next? According to the guidebook, where can I get souvenirs in this place? You know, something like a lava cookie. Don't really think a lava cookie is a souvenir, but okay. Whoa, look at these chairs. They're absolutely chairific. Get it? They're simply perfect every way. What a brilliant design. The puns. Portrait of someone on the wall. Perhaps it's the king who built the palace? I didn't realize that the pictures had, like, dialogue. I have been checking those. It said that the king of ancient times would use Pokemon as sentries. Bet they use Pokemon with the insomnia abilities so they never have to sleep. Poor Drowsy. Mirrors in the hallway reflect the scene in such a way that it looks as if there are two balconies. You can tell that that's a 2D thing out there. Even though the game is in 3D, it's a 2D image. Ah, the mirrors that he mentioned. You have to be right up against them in order to have the camera turn in that direction. View from the balcony is absolutely stunning. Long ago, the king and his Pokemon would enjoy their meals at this table. Solid gold table, anyone? That seems like a very bad idea considering how soft gold is. The Forbidden Tome once existed that contained the secret to bringing Pokemon back to life. Probably just a rumor, though. We certainly got nothing of that sort in the library. Slow down, Meryl. I'm too tired to play. The Glorious Past. Wonder if Pokemon slept in this bed. If you ask me, a good bed is a bed in which you get a good night's sleep. I don't care how antique or elegant this bed might be. I'd probably be so uneasy in it that I wouldn't get a wink. I mean, you're not wrong there. I think I went in this room. But how expensive of gold is a table that size would cost millions and weigh literal tons, right? That is also true. Well, there's no Furfrou here. So let's go outside. I'll have a look in back. Hey, Reshiram. The Furfrou flew by toward the back of the garden. I forget, is there anything in these mazes? There is. At least this one. Hey! HM1 cut. Okay, so it's not until Gen 7 then that you get the right Pokemon. Looks for the bug badge. Can use the move Cut to chop down trees with prickly thorns. An HM for Cut somewhere in the garden. You can take it with you if you'd like. So it's not until the next game then that they got rid of the HMs. I don't think. I swear like that was one of the complaints about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was the return of HMs. I don't remember anymore. Guess we'll find out. Maybe it was like Fly and stuff like that were different. In the past, the king would invite everyone to the garden for parties. Wonder how many people in Pokemon it takes to make a garden this big. Lots. And who knows how many were built on the backs of slaves. Now that would be dark. The Pokemon just came out and was like, yeah, and all of this was built by slaves. I heard the Ancient King made rules about when to view this garden. Didn't you have anything better to make rules about? Kind of like not having an HM slave. Yeah, I agree. I really like not having to have an HM slave in the newer games. I've wanted to be a princess, but I've given up on that dream. I get lost in here all the time. Plot twist, Pokemon are slaves. I mean, technically they did do that as a plot. They didn't complete the story, which is why Black and White were kind of trash games in the end. But in the games Pokemon Black and White, that was like the idea. But then they never actually answered the question. He who built this place ruled the entire Kalos region all on his own, just like an ancient king from 3,000 years ago. Is the Furfrou up here? No. Okay, I know where it is. Pokemon statue near the entrance is Reshiram, and this statue is Zekrom, both legendary Pokemon of the Unova region. So what are they doing over here? Kalos region and the Unova region must have been in contact with each other. So what are Unova Pokemon doing in Kalos? They're not even anywhere close to each other. Completely opposite sides of the world. Woof! Please don't run away. Springtime, give me a hand. Path over there leads to a dead end. Let's split up, chase Furfrou, and corner it in there. I'll keep it from getting away, so pick a spot for me to stand. Somewhere like... over there. Over there. Let me know when you decide where I should stand. The two of us work together. We can solve this puzzle and catch Furfrou. Oh, I see. She's following me. Is the idea. Just should I wait? Around here? Is this place okay? Got it. Right. The Furfrou runs away unless you put Shauna in just the right spot first. Can I put her here? I don't remember. I can see in several directions. Yeah, so I figured. There. Now we'll run up. Now that it's run up, we're close. Hey, Strange-Chan, are we close to cornering it? It'd be better if I wait over there. Now that it went up that way, now I can move her to one of the sides. There you go. Now she can wait there and I go around this way. And that pushes the Furfrou down. Black and White was your favorite. Hold on, we finally caught it. I mean, I just wasn't a big fan of it personally. Pain-chan, you're amazing. Caught it because you understand how Pokemon feel. Oh, my dear Furfrou, my beloved Furfrou. Could you be the two responsible for my wonderful reunion with my dear Furfrou? Oh, wonderful indeed. It's marvelous, simply marvelous. Situations like this demands fireworks. We should put on a show. Boom boom. Pokemon and I are reunited. Our bond has been proven. Commemorate this joyous occasion with a tremendous fireworks display in the middle of the day. And will also serve as a reward for the tiny bit of trouble you went to. Rendezvous at the balcony. Do you understand? Rendezvous. You can reach the balcony from the hall with mirrors on the second floor. Maybe Furfrou would have been better off if we hadn't found it. If I were a Pokemon, I'd hate to have a trainer like that. But I really love fireworks, so let's make the best of it. Is it 6 for you yet, or whenever you said? Yeah, it's a little after 6 right now. I figure we'll probably end here after the fireworks thing, and then we'll pick up next stream. But we got to see the fireworks that are in the middle of the day, because, you know, our bond has been proven by me complaining about my inconveniences and having other people volunteer to solve my problems, right? But yeah, it's currently 6 o'clock. So it like just hit 6 o'clock. Wait, that whole control's weird. But you gotta see the fireworks scene. You know, really hope we get to be great friends, Serene. This is the scene that made everybody fall in love with Shauna. I haven't even seen them yet, but I know I'll never forget these fireworks. Because I watched them with you, Serene. Even though I can't actually see them because it's the middle of the day. Yeah, yep, I do have to get going here now, so. And the streams usually go between 2 to 6. Because 6 o'clock is when everybody gets home from work and wants to watch TV and stuff like that. So, wow, that was amazing. Even though I couldn't see them because it's in the middle of the day. Never ever want to forget this. So I'll keep this memory in an album in my heart. And that was my wonderful fireworks show for my Furfrau. I assume you're satisfied with that. Oh! I almost forgot. The Poke Flute. That's right, we need the flute to wake up Snorlax. The Poke Flute, huh? Go get it. It was Shibuya Castle's treasure, but I took it as payment for a loan. Rich guy like me and a common person like that just didn't go together. Give it to them. Here is the Poke Flute. Obtain the Poke Flute. Yay! Listen well, you two. Always return what you borrow. That's very important. I want to make lots of memories on my journey, but I think I'll try and forget about him. Can't imagine how stressful running the place is for him. And maybe so, but... Oh, that's right. Mr. Butler, do you know anything about Mega Evolution? I remember reading a book on that subject in the Palace Library. It had something to do with what you now call a trainer holding a mysterious stone high and making Pokemon evolve even further. Also, it's not much, but I'd like you to have this. Obtain TM17 Protect. The Protect blocks opposing Pokemon's moves, but if you use it too many times in a row, the chances of it not working increase. If you will excuse me, I shall take my leave. The Hound of Shibuya Castle used to be friends with that guy. Can you believe it? Isn't that crazy? Have to be sure to give that flute back after we wake up Snorlax. Alright. So, next time, we will attempt to catch a Snorlax off on Route 7 there. With the Poke Flute. I hope everybody has enjoyed. If you're watching the VOD, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. So also a link to the Discord and the stream, where this was streamed live. Twitch.tv/SereneInc. Feel free to come by, hang out with us, chat, etc. at either of those places. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. See you later. Whoa, lag.